This week, what we're going to cover is fear. Dar Pair. A bada subject is a very big subject. Fear is not just limited to don't be fearful of anything and then you're Gursikh. That concept is बहुत छोटी सी चीज़ है inside of this whole concept. But the thing I want to start with is this. So this is it's related to the fear talk, but it's slightly a bit different. What I want everyone to do if out of fear ਅਸੀਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਭੈ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, then what we have to do is take certain things away, remove certain things and do other certain things. What I want everyone to sit up straight for a minute, sit up straight, to just listen for a minute. We're going to close our eyes, right? This ain't Simran, by the way. We'll close our eyes. Now just for 20 seconds, right, I'm just going to say to you this. Just say to yourself, don't think of a red triangle. Don't think of a red triangle. Close your eyes and just say, don't think of a red triangle. Don't think of a red triangle. Just keep saying that, don't think of a red triangle. Alright, stop. Samadhi na lag jaave. So, the thing is, what happens is, when you say don't think of red triangle, aa hi janta hai. A red triangle comes, right? I'm guessing most of you didn't mind a so clear one, but a glimpse of a red triangle starts coming. What we started to do, when we got bad habit, what we started doing is, मैं गाला नहीं कटनी है, मैं गाला नहीं कटनी है, मैं गाला नहीं कटनी है. What happens is, मन विच वो गाले आ जाती है. It's psychologically proven here that when you start saying to yourself, I want to go on a diet, I'm not going to eat chocolate, I'm not going to eat chocolate, you start dreaming of chocolate. The mind is funny now, from the scientific point of view, the research that what they're saying is that when you start doing something, an avoidance like that, what happens is your mind starts thinking about the thing. Now I just want you to think, look at this shabd for a minute, है ना? इस हुक्मनी साहब इस शब्द आंदा है मिथ्या नाही रसना पर्स. Guruji कहते tongue which doesn't touch falsehood, है ना? In other words, झूठ नहीं बोलती जीव. But what's Guruji saying? How do you do that? Do we keep saying झूठ नहीं बोलना, झूठ नहीं बोलना? If that doing that, झूठे आए ना मन. What Guruji is saying, मन में प्रीत निरंजन दस. If you focus your mind on मैनू प्रीत निरंजन, वाहिगुरु दे दर्शन दी प्रीति आ मैनू प्रीति अकूड़ हट जांदा from me जीव. If you just sit there and say I don't swear that you're going to start swear that your mind's going to start doing it. You don't do that. What you say is मैनू रब दी प्रीति दी, I want to love वाहिगुरु दे दर्शन होने चाहिए. वो फिर हट जांदी चीज. Look, secondly, परतरिया रूप ना पेखे नेत्र. ये काम है very bad चीज है, very माड़ी चीज है ना. That will destroy कर देती है सिक्खी very bad to overcome that. What's Guruji saying? Sadh ki tail sang sang het. Guruji ne aida nahi kiya. You have to. He says if you love sadh sangat that much, and Guru di tail vich tusi lage ho, santan di tail, Guru di tail, you love it that much, wo kaam stop ho janda. It doesn't stop if we just say I don't look at woman, don't look at woman. Woman nahi aayi jane man vich, right? Karan na sune kahu ki ninda. Now when we say ninda, if we sit here, ninda means slandering. It just to see when you're talking. One thing to be aware of, in your conversation, be careful. You're talking to someone, if someone's name comes in your conversation, be very careful, no? Because that's where you got Nindya very likely ho jani hai. Now Guruji didn't say that, मैं निंदा नहीं करता. What did he say? सब ते जाने आप इसको मन्दा. If we keep saying मैं मन्दा, सारा माड़ा मैं, even if someone you say something to you, तुझे सोचनी नहीं उस गाल. You're going to say Mada man. So this shabd is Gur Prasad Bhikhya par hare man ki bashna mante tara. So Guru di kirpa naal all this nonsense goes away. Guru di kirpa naal. But man di bashna, Guru said jehde evil desires man vich bashna je arise hunda hai, wo Guru ji said ਉਹਨੂੰ ਦੂਰ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ ਹੈ. ਪਰ ਉਹ ਦੂਰ ਇਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣੀ by thinking about it. ਦੂਰ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੋਣੀ by Guru seva on that side. इंद्री जित पंज दोग ते रहत नानक कोट बंदे को ऐसा अपर्स. वो अपर्स हुंदा जेर कहंदा I don't touch anything, no one can touch me. But Guruji said oh pakhand hai what they're doing. Because asli one, the asli sadhu jehda अपर्स है, who's untouchable, where they say, I don't touch you, you can't touch me, मैं बहुत भक्ति करता. Guru says, a pars नहीं है, a pars आया. One is bhakti like that. So Guruji, if you read Bani, even when Freedji be bore da pala kar. Now if someone says something mara, if someone's doing something bad to you, it's not about keep thinking, I don't do anything to bad people, I do. What's he saying? Gussa manna handaye, de hi rog na lage, palle sab kish pa. He's saying, gussa mani, oda pala karna. If your attitude is always to always do good, to always to do good, to always to do good, if someone tries to do mara thing to you, you won't respond to that. You'll just say, "Ita kuch main pala kida kara." So that's Sikhi is that the right hand side of Sikhi, which is Guru di Seva, Guru di Matan, Guru di Bhakti. If you stay in that, the mari just stop. Only ke Gursikh now, I spoke to Gursikh, we talking to him. Oh, his jere doot they're gone. Most of majority gone. Now, the 5 evils jere, and we asked him, how did that stop? Because I don't know what happened. Because I don't know what happened. You know, we're thinking, okay, we have to stand there and say, I don't have 5 doot, I don't have anything to do that. He said, what did you? Kept doing Simran, kept doing Waheguru, kept doing Naam Simran, Bani Ba Padi Gaya. He goes, it stopped. He goes, I don't know when it stopped. Can't remember when it stopped. Because his mind wasn't into it. Oh, I've got to stop it, I've got to stop it. Oh, 19th of June, 2010, it stopped. He wasn't interested. He was saying, Jai Guru di Seva, keep doing it, oh cheez, stop ho jandi hai. So that's the mind, you have to get it. Mind has to keep consistently into Guru's work. If it stays in Guru's work, mari cheez stop ho jandi hai. But anyway, so the topic. I'm not scared. But a journey through Gurbani to understand fear. No, I'm not going to cover that too much. But so terminology, fear. Let me just go through. Now this is the premise that I'll start with. If we look at all the problems Sikh Panth which today, virtually all problems Sikhs face in the Panth today can be attributed to lack of understanding and the misdirection of fear in our lives. Thus, I make that statement. I challenge everyone with that statement. When we talk about Sadi Sikh is bad, we haven't got to the level we're supposed to be. Puratan Sikh Tapo, Sikhi, we're like this. It's because of this misdirection of this topic. So we're going to cover that now. Now, if you read Bani, you shout to see these are the words Pe, Dar, Pe, Po. The mainly words, when we talk about fear in Gurbani, these are the words that come. When we read Mool Mantra, Ekonkar, Satnam, Karta, Purk, Nirpo. When we say he's Nirpo, that means he's beyond fear. Waheguru which koi fear nahi hai. So Po, Pe, Dar, Pe, this is the main shabds that come in Bani about fear. Now, when we look through our Sikh history, so the Sikh history which Guruji is beyond everything anyway, so we know Guruji was beyond fear. But if we look at Bhai Taru Singh, Bhai Mani Singh, Bhai Dayala, Sati Das, Bhai Mati Das, Baba Deep Singh. When we read that history, we get in our own mind, we get shivers. Without any fear, whatever was going to happen to them in the last moments, they let it happen. Now, when someone if someone told me I'm going to be bored alive, I wouldn't be sitting there going, right, let me just get my mala out, right? You were going to go, how am I going to get out of this situation? They took that because they went to such a level on their Bani, on their Naam, on their Simran, on their Bhakti, that unhanu hukum bahut mitha laga at that time. They say, is that the way I'm going to go today? Bahut khushi di gall hai. But for us, it'd be different. We're going to go, right, how can I lie to get out of this situation? And even if, remember, there's certain bacha, 14-year-old bache, and other things in our itihas where the Mughal said, Musliman banja, nahi to sir bade aa jana aaj. And the boy's mother, I can't remember his name now, but the boy's mother was saying, Benti ya, he'll do Allah, Allah, let him go. He goes to meri mani hai. So young bache, 14-year-old, 13-year-old, he turned around and just said, you're not my mother, I'd rather die, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸਿੱਖੀ and there's many stories like this ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ about history ਹੈ ਨਾ but how did they get to this stage? Now this is split into sections, so fear and the world. We start with the world, है ना? When Guruji is saying डरिए जे डर होवे होर डर डर डरना मन का शोर जे साडे मन विच होर कोई डर आ गया apart from वाहिगुरु दा डर Guruji says you better be scared. He goes because that dar is a destructive dara. Pੈ ਪੰਜਨ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਮਨ ਨਾ ਵਸਾਹੀ ਡਰਬਤ ਜਨਮ ਬਹੁਤ ਜਾਹੀ. Now if we don't ਜਿਹੜਾ destroyer of our fear ਉਹ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਸਾਇਆ Guru says ਜਨਮ ਮਰਨ ਦਾ ਗੇੜ ਨਹੀਂ stop ਹੋਣਾ. Nirpa Waheguru, if he isn't, we don't try to do in our life while we're here, try to make him part of our internal living, what we are, who we are. Guru says we're not going to get saved at the end, you know. Now this was a survey that was done in 1973, and I don't know some people whether it's true or not. I don't care about where the numbers. Look at the things when if you were asked today what you're fearful of, this is arm janta, arm people. Only kiya first thing their biggest fear was speaking in front of a group. But heights, insects, bugs, financial problems. सारे डरते हैं भी सारे पैसे ना मुक जान. हाय पैसे सारे वो job नहीं, you know, we're scared of that. Deep water. Some people are scared of sickness. Death, surprisingly, coming in the middle. Flying. Being lonely, where my partner will leave me, my family will leave me, I'll be on my own. Sare darde of these things. Dogs. Driving and riding in a car, some people are fearful of that. Darkness, elevators and escalators. Now this is dunya that dar of that. Now if anyone's perception is good, what's missing? So in that survey, Rab to nahi darde koi. Assi kuttiyan to darde hain, insects, bites and losing our families and sitting in cars and flying and all that kind of stuff. Rab to nahi koi darda. In reality, that's the reality, you know. When you look at all those things, what does Bani say? Pinjara, mara, taap, sirt, saap, sab har ke bas hai, koi lag na sake, pin har ka laya. So when we talk about old age, death, fever, poison, snakes, everything is in the hands of the Waheguru. Nothing can touch anyone without his order. So if you get into sapya, sap can't touch you without his order. If we say there's fire, your death is about to come. Death can't touch you without his order. So the one who's sending the orders, unu japana. We're afraid more of his order than the consequence. Now, if we understand by Matidas, by Satidas, they're more scared of Waheguru's order than to say, you're going to put me in a boiling. What you're going to do, that's your problem. But they're more afraid of his order than what's about to happen to them. And that's the difference, it's Sikhi. That's of a good Sikh. Huh? Fear ends fears. A concept is Sikhi, the concept that we have to understand. A koi tanu dunya vich nahi milni a concept. So jiska dar pੈ bhagi hai amrit ta ka naam. Ode dar vich the worldly dar nat janda. That's why when we understand, that's why I'm going to base it on the Gursikhs, Shidiyan Paiyan did those things. When you get fearful of the fear of Waheguru, jere duji dunyavi fear unat janda. It goes away. It doesn't stay. So that's how you end it. And happiness in this world and the next. When we talk about next world, as dunya te si baithe hain, we have to go to next world one day. Sare jana. So pੈ vich paise pੈ hai, pੈ vich kamave kar. ਇੱਥੇ ਸੁਖ ਵਡਿਆਈਆਂ ਦਰਗਾਹ ਮੋਖ ਦੁਆਰ ਭੈ ਤੇ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਪਾਈਏ ਮਿਲ ਜੋਤੀ ਜੋਤ ਅਪਾਰ. So Guru says one who dwells in the fear of God, lives in the fear of God and acts in the fear of God, he obtains peace, glorious greatness here and in the Lord's court and at the gate of salvation. Through the fear of God, the fearless Lord is obtained and one's light emerges in the infinite light. So when we look at dunyavi dar, सारी दुनिया डरती है मौत तो, they're not afraid of Waheguru या कोई और चीज. When we look at what Guruji is saying, he said if you fear Waheguru, who is beyond fear, तुसी भी निर्भय बन जाते हैं, and then worldly fear goes away. And Guru is saying in the next world, it's the people who live in fear of Waheguru, they're the ones who get placed there. So, when we summarize that part, through the fear of Waheguru, you will survive in any situation. Fear of anything else will kill you many times. On every day.